My name is Jessica Gonzalez, and I'm the owner and beekeeper of Happy Organics. Let me show you how I make my candles out of my garage. Excuse the mess, but I recently moved in here. Actually, not recently, a couple months ago, but it gets messy pretty quickly. This is where I pack all my orders, so it needs a little cleaning right now, but this is where I label everything, labeling table. And this is where the magic happens. This is where I make all my candles. Supply rack, candle making table, packaging and filling. And I bought this custom wax melter at waxmelters.com. It's pretty great. It is easy to use, very well insulated, so it doesn't get hot, even though it's like currently at 160 on the inside. I have actually over 100 pounds of beeswax in here, and it's been going for a couple of hours. You can see it's already starting to melt all the way to the top, so it melts pretty quickly and evenly. And the temperature is easy to control so it doesn't burn. And again, very easy to use. You just have to make sure your space has the right voltage for it to connect to, and this one just takes like a standard voltage. So you don't need anything special. And I just use this cable I bought from Home Depot, and again, you have to make sure that it's the right like wattage and voltage. Usually you can tell by the width of the cable. Make sure it matches the width of this cable. And then here is the spout where it comes out of. The melter had a little bit of damage on transit, so that's why this thing is over on this side. I wasn't able to completely turn this all the way in because it got some damage and it was upturned, but it still works pretty great. This actually, I would prefer this to have like a downturn spout because if it has a lot of pressure, meaning if the wax melter has a lot of pressure in it, so if you have it pretty full, once you open this spout, it tends to like shoot out. It's not so much of a problem when the wax is like filled up to here. There's not much pressure pushing it out, but once there's like over 100 pounds of pressure pushing down, trying to get out, this tends to like shoot out, and that's why I have a little mess over here. I didn't realize how quickly it was going to come out, but overall I really like it. It's kind of expensive, and I was a little disappointed because I wasn't able to get reimbursed for the damage. They just didn't communicate well with me, but even the lid got damaged, so it doesn't like close completely, and it can be fixed easily, but you know, I paid a lot for it, so I was expecting it to come almost perfect. But yeah, this is what I used to use, and just very simple materials. You know, I'm sure you have 2 pots, one bigger, one smaller, and it's a double broiler, so I just add water in between here. And this takes a couple of hours to melt this whole pot. And it almost takes the same amount of time as that like custom wax melter. So if you're starting a business and it's small, I suggest, you know, starting small as well, using what you have, not buying too much equipment. And then as your business grows, you can start to buy more equipment and then grow your equipment as you grow your business. Don't start off too big. And these are the candles I make out of this pot right now. Eventually I'll be using the wax melter, but I need a different candle making machine. That's in progress. But these are beautiful hand dipped tapers. It takes about 30 to 40 dips to make these. They're about 1 inch. And it's a simple device here. You just wick the whole thing all along and then dip until your desired width. Here I have some muscle bombs that I make, and then down here are some molds that I use for candles. Some little morel mushrooms, don't know how to pronounce that. Some beautiful corn candles. These twisted tapers are also made from a mold. These beeswax, these birthday candles are also hand dipped, super cute. And these are all different colors of wax. I don't color them, it's just the natural color of the wax, but I use the melter to melt the beeswax to make all my candles. I make candles using different molds. These I got from, I think it was Dadant or Dadant, I don't know how to pronounce it, and also Man Lake. A couple of other styles that I have. I also make hand dipped candles, so I make these little cute birthday candles, and then I also make these hand dipped 1-inch tapers, and these are beautiful. I love these. And this is what I was using before to melt it, and I still have some in there. You know, I haven't completely finished that wax in the pot, but I filled this pot with the melted wax from here, and this takes almost about the same time as that huge wax melter to melt this tiny pot. And if you leave it unattended for too long, the water that I have in between can evaporate and start burning your wax. So it's just a little bit more labor intensive doing it this way. It takes longer. The batches are a lot smaller. The candles have been a super popular item recently, so I've had to make a few changes in my business, like only offering them in batches, so I'm not overwhelmed by the orders I get. So right now I'm only offering them, I only make them once a month, and I'm hoping to increase the volume, but at the same time, we also have our own bees, so we harvest and filter the beeswax ourselves. Thank you for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comment section, and I'm happy to answer either with another comment, or if you need a more detailed answer, I can respond with a video.